So, welcome to our gratitude challenge today. Today, I thought we would look at sometimes it's pretty hard to be grateful. When we go through these periods, perhaps of depression or anxiety, it's a little bit hard to really be grateful for what's going on in life. So, I thought I'd share a few tools that might help us to step into a space of gratitude or move into a space of gratitude when we are in this space. And I've been in this space before, having moved to many countries, and life has ups and downs, and that's what makes life such an adventure. And one thing that I noticed is you start at where you are. So it's being honest about, where you are in that moment. And we can do this through mindfulness, through journaling, whatever it may be. And so start with where you are in that moment. And then once you're there, find something that you find neutral. So you might find, a flower or a bird singing or something like that, a neutral space. So start being grateful for the things that have no charge to them in one way or another. And then make the specific gratitude list, and it could be of your family, of your friends, and really start looking at things, whether it's kind of like your comfortable bed, uh, whatever it may be, and start making a specific gratitude list, and you'll start to see that those things will start to increase, and the gratitude for those things will increase as well. And the next step that you can do is start by saying thank you, whether it's thank you to somebody that serves you, thank you to, just reach out and say thank you to somebody. It makes you acknowledge the kindness and the greatness that is around you, um, in your own world. And it creates kind of like a positive feedback loop when you start to thank people and be grateful. And when we reach out and be specific about what you're grateful for people. And then look at reframing techniques. And today we're going to look at reframing techniques. And in the Akashic Records, I'm going to ask a series of questions. So it's good to have your journal today, where we start to reframe the situation, because each situation will have different perspectives to it, which is one of the questions I'd like to ask, especially if I'm going through a difficult time, is how is this working for me? And a lot of the times that shows up as bringing hindsight to the now. So when we start asking, how is this working for me? We start to see the positives of any situation that we're going to. And when we start to see, how is this working for me? It actually gives momentum to that allows you to move through that sticky situation as well. And again, life is full of ups and downs. It wouldn't be quite as an adventure if everything was just awesome all the time. We would learn, we'd probably get bored, and that would probably become a problem as well for us sometimes too. And that is just humanity that I have explored and found. So let's meditate. Let's close our eyes. Let's take a couple of deep breaths. And let's breathe in light and exhale all that no longer serves. Breathing in light. Into our bodies, igniting the light that already exists within us. and expanding that light with our breath as we exhale the tension, the stress of the day, or the anticipation of the day we're about to have. And let's amplify this energy, this light, into our auric field, dissolving the emotions that are not ours and perhaps we've collected throughout the day, releasing the thought forms that are not ours. And let's open up the energy centers and the soles of our feet and allow the exchange of energy between us and Mother Earth. And let's allow Mother Earth's energy to move through our bodies, nurturing, replacing any nutrients that we might be missing, imprinting those into our cells. And let's focus that energy into our heart space, completely grounding us. And let's connect into the energies of the central sun or creator, and bring those energies down into the top of our heads, allowing it to move within us and around us. Allow this energy to feed our auric field, our chakras, our meridians. Bring them all up to optimum function. Feeling completely grounded, centered, and connected. Let's connect into our Akashic records. Keepers of the Akashic records, please open and allow me access to my records. My name is, state your name, and create a safe and sacred space for my highest good and healing. The records are now open, the records are now open, the records are now open. Stepping over the threshold into our records. Once more, we are met by a being of gratitude. And this is gratitude that's formulated itself into being a person. Easier for us to understand and to see. And as we walk in through our records, let's ask to bring up a challenging time or period that perhaps you're still holding on to, or perhaps has surfaced over the last few days. And you're watching this as if it were in a screen from a place of observation. And let's ask the question, how is this challenging time or the time helped me to grow as a person? What is the lesson in this? What support do I need around this situation or this challenge? What strengths and skills have been activated within me as a result of the situation? And what have I learned from this situation, this challenge, this opportunity that I need to change my behavior moving forward so that I don't repeat it, so that the lesson is learned? And let's send violet fire to all the situations that have shown up, or to one in particular. Let's clear any tension, any stress, any anxiety that it had caused for yourself and all those involved. Let's clear, cleanse, release, dissolve, and transmute. Transcend the cords, the tethers, the attachments, the links, the ties that keep us stuck or keep us tethered to that situation. Let's complete the contracts, the deals, the agreements, the vows, the oaths, the pledges, the alliances, and the allegiances. Now that we see how it has served its purpose. And let's release any residual lower vibrational frequencies that still remain within us. The imprints, the projections, the judgments, the pain, perhaps even the frequency of rejection and abandonment or manipulation, narcissism. Clearing all those. Let's replace it with love, compassion, understanding, and gratitude. And let's look at what is the perspective of the situation that we want to carry forward. And let's be grateful for the lessons, the growth, the understanding, the getting to know ourselves better. Let's give thanks to gratitude to supporting us today. We give thanks to the aspects of us that showed up and showed us the difficult situations that still need to be healed or released or learned from. Gratitude for this time, this space that has been created to be able to do this work. And gratitude for self, for showing up for self. Not only to support us in having improved our own lives, but that of everybody we touch. thank you. And as we start making our way back out of the records, once more we give thanks and gratitude to all that supported this session. The records are now closed, the records are now closed, the records are now closed. Take a deep breath and exhale. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes. Journal your experience if you haven't already.